page 110. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. We stopped at page 110. Page 110. We were what? Going through what? Some of the do's and don'ts in terms of what? A salah, and how our salah could be rectified or repaired in case of in the case of omissions and additions that we might make, errors in our salah, how to make our salah either perfect or near perfect. So from today we are going to start from where we left off. So I want you to I want you to pick it up from here, and our reader, a Senegali, go on, start. Bismillah. No, that is not from Woman Ashara fi Salati. Woman Ashara, is that not the place? We'll start from Oman Samia Zikra Muhammadin Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We're dead with that, right? So we are going to pick it up from Woman Ashara fi Salatihi. Okay, go ahead. Near the last but one sentence. The last but one sentence. Woman Ashara fi Salatihi. Stop. What does it mean? Who can translate this phrase? Waman ashara. Ashara, first, what verb is that? Fi'l madhi. Masdar. Ishara. Very good, very good. You are doing very well. So the mudari of ashara will be what? Ashara, yushiru. Yushiru. Very good. And the command will be what? Antum nuhat nahwiyun. Very good. Ashara biyadihi. Point, right? It indicates where? At the stadium? On what occasion, if he points with his hand? When playing? At where? What is the scenario? When? What fi salah? Fi salah day, when he's making salah, not outside the salah. But assuming you are making salah, you are supposed to what? Fix your attention on the salah and bring Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala into your concentration, focus. But it may happen that you point to what? To something, make a point. Point to make a point. Normally you point with your what? What type of finger? With your index finger, a sabab, right? Under normal circumstances. And you are making salah. So, a Shaykh al-Mu'alif, rahimahullah ta'ala, he says what? Fala shi'alay. La shi'alay will mean what? So, it doesn't have to make what? Very good. We are doing very well. Now, continue. So this is another segment. It's going to start what? Another segment. Go ahead. طيب نقفنا ومن كرر تكرر. How do we translate كرر? To what? To repeat. What is the masdar of كرر? تكرير. Oh, mashallah, very good. تكرير. طيب مضارع من هذا will be what? يكرر. We are doing a very good job. Now, what did he repeat? Al-Fatiha. Is it possible at all that somebody will repeat Fatiha? Yes. It may happen. It may not have happened to you, but it's possible that it can happen. Now, these are not mere assumptions. Okay, no. اختلف القوم. So it's possible, it can happen. So if in the event that it happens, what do? How do you rectify your salah? So sahiyan, if he forgets and then he repeats what he should what make sajda what by the side. Why? Because what is the position of al-Fatiha in the first place? What is the position of al-Fatiha in terms of the salah? Rukun bimana farida. Is that Malikiya, they say either rukun or what farida. I mean, it is what obligatory. It is incumbent, mandatory that you say the Fatiha. So if you repeat it, you have added something to it. So after the salam, you have to make what? The salati sajda. How do you make the sajda also? How do you make salatu sajda? Sajda to sahw. How do you make it in the first place? Sujud. You make sujud body. What is the process of sujud body? How do you make it? You do the tashahud. Now, in Malikiya, you do the tashahud. So, some may say that, no, you don't have to do tashahud. But we are dealing with for this issue, we get to do the tashahud. It's very important. Now, before you say, and Qabli, the same thing. Anytime you want to make sahwi, either Qabli or what, al-Badi, you have to make a tashahud before making your taslim. It's a salam, another salam, mashallah. So, this is another issue. So, we continue. Okay. What is that meaning? What is the meaning of that? وَإِنْ كَانَ عَمِدًا, if it is on purpose, imagine somebody purposely recite Fatiha 2 times. Maybe he wants to get more thawab, I don't know. Maybe he thinking that the more he recites Fatiha, the more he can get what? Elevation in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he can get nearness and proximity to the favor of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he does it. What happens? فَالظَّاهِرُ, apparently or obviously, it is clearly, conspicuously what? Butlan, meaning batalet. Salatuhu, butlan, that is a masdar. Meaning butlan, that is his entire salah is what? Is null and void. Another segment. Go on. In hinaihi. Stop there. What does it mean? Wonderful. Hold on. It will be your turn. Your turn will come. Leave him alone. Are you go on? وَمَنْ تَذَكَرَ السُّورَةَ بَعْدَ إِنْ هِنَائِهِ. Here, in hinaihi ila ruku. I want you to use the best phrase.
That's what that means, like in the process.
Okay, go. Adam, take it up.
I'm thinking because that it sounds things like I'm thinking like not like.
Okay, not for either. God do it well, fine. This what happens. If you say on his way, it's not yet, but on his way to ruku. Not yet at ruku, but on his way to ruku. He was bending. Oh, don't do that. Don't go back. Don't go back. Now, because there are laws affecting if you go back or not going back. So the best thing, you are being advised not to go back. Return back to Qiyam immediately and do what? It's not Fatiha we are talking about this time. So, no. Don't go back. Don't go back. So what happens? Continue. What does it mean? Very, very simple. Now we are making Zuhr, for example. We are making Salat Zuhr. So you forget to make it what? Silent. And make it what? Louder. And before you go to what do? Go back and say it again. Is that difficult? Silently. Try to go back and say it silently. Is there any difficulty in that? No. And also, if you are making Maghrib, for example, it's supposed to be allowed, and you make it silent, you realize I've left it. What do? Go back and say it what? Allowed, and then continue. But there are penalties. There are some corrections that ought to be made, and those corrections are contained in the following phrases. Go on. Is that what you have said? You said, if it's surah, just go and say it and then go on. No problem. Because you are not yet at what? Ruku. Do you forget that? Because you are not yet, you are still on your way to Ruku. Now, go on. So there's a difference between what? Exactly. Because Fatiha, once you say it, what? You have added it. And you have to make what? Sujood after Salah. Like we had said before. Anybody who adds or makes recite Fatiha 2 times, what has he to do? Bad Salams. Very good. Is that clear? Can we continue? Go on. Stop there. This clause means what? وَإِنْ فَاتَ بِرُكُوعٍ. What is it? What does it mean? Huh? It's already there. If it's already there in ruku, that's right. What does it have to do? In this case, he has to make sujood what? Because he has left it. He has left the jar, right? So he makes what? Sujood al-qabli. Sujood al-qabli, inshallah. Go on. That's fine. So, if it happens that it is sir that he left, and then he's already in ruku after salah, we'll have to make sujood. But if it is what? In jahr, it is in sir here, he will have to make what? Sujood what? Qabla. Have you noticed something here? Initially, we had said that anyone who is making salah, that's previously, and then is making zuhr, it's supposed to be all silent, right? But he opens up. What does it? Very openly, he missed it. After the salah, he realized that he missed, he said what? Out loud at a place where he ought to have said what? Silently. After the salah, what does he have to do? Because jahara fima, because they make jahara at where what? Because so we said that jar, when we make jahara, jar is tied to what? Addition. And addition will necessitate what? Sujud badi. But here he said that when you remember the tark, right? And you are already in what? You are already in what? Sujud? In ruku? You have to make what? Qabli. No, because here you are not yet in ruku yet. Because you are just not yet in ruku. But when it comes to leaving something, jar and nasir, after that you get to make what? Sujud. But what type of sujud? If it is after the ruku, then badi will be what? After the ruku. After the ruku, you missed it. You added something after ruku. You added jar, right, to sir, right? And then it's after ruku. You have done your salah. Almost maybe before taslim, and you remember what happens. That's after the ruku. You have to make babad, right? But what we are talking about is what? Before the ruku. And before the ruku, you don't make it. bad, even though jar, you make jar, but jar here, when you hold jar here, in what? Before ruku is what? Sujood a qabl. Oh, are we okay? Let us repeat it one more time. Original.
So before we said if you do a sir or a jahar, and then on your approaching what you did.
When you are approached before this subject.
What did it say?
No, okay. We are dealing with Jahar right now, Jahar and then Sir. Under normal circumstances, when you commit Jahar, you owe Jahar, you commit it. After Salah, what do you make? What type of sujood do you make? Bad. Perfect. And when you owe Sir, you want to rectify to make it what? Sir. You've left it. Salah is over. You want to make what? Rectify it. You want to make a sujood. What type of sujood are you going to make? Qabl is done. But here there's a difference. Now we are talking about when he is on his way to what? Ruku. Yeah, it's not that yet. It's not yet. But because it's jar and seal, that you have to make some sujood. But what type of sujood? Now, if it is jar here, instead of making the ba'adi, you make what? Qabl. And then if it is seal, what? Ba'adi. Very simple. Opposite. Are you okay on that? Yes. So we are dealing with situations before ruku and then after ruku. Because if it is before ruku, it has this different rule. If after ruku that's completed, you have to go back to the origin. Origin is what? Salam, sujud bada jar. Now, yani sujud sawi, and bada salam, and if there is jar, and then sujud qabli if there is a omission of what? Of the sir. Now, are we okay? Now. Can we continue? Now, woman dahika. Now, here again, here are some don'ts and then do's. Don'ts and don't do's in what? At the time when we are making a salah. For example, you are so happy about something, and there are many things that we can be happy about, and then you begin to laugh. Allahu Akbar. Is it possible that you are laughing? This type of laughter, it will nullify your salah. Don't ever laugh like this when you are making salah. You find it. Go on. You are the reader. Go on. Waman dahika. That's right. If you laugh in your salah, so those who are prone to laughing, but here the good, alhamdulillah, to the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is not all laughter. All laughters are not created equal. There's what you call atabassum, aw kashr, and then you have al-qahqah. It is the qahqah that is what? Forbidden. Qahqah even resembles its name. Laugh qahqah, let's see. That's qahqah. It produces a lot of noise. Qahqah. How many times you see people laugh at qahqah? Even they lose control of themselves. Sometimes they fall down under the impact of what? Qahqah. Two of us who are laughing, but don't make it qahqah. Make it kashf or what? Tabassum. If it's tabassum like you are showing your beautiful teeth, that is okay. It's accepted. A tabassum is okay. If you smile, you can even show your teeth in the smile man. That is okay. But not qahqah. Because qahqah brings out what? Sometimes words. Those words can be what? So let me say that in the hadith. لا يقطع صلاة القشر ولكن يقطعها القهقه. So tabassum was smiling, does not nullify your salah. But if it is that uncontrollable laughter, bringing out some noises, that will not nullify your salah. May Allah make it easy on all of us. That is another issue. Sawa'un kana sahiyan aw amila. The moment you laugh qaqa, whether intentional or unintentionally, your salah is what? Invalid. You can't control it. What ignited, what sparked off that laughter in the first place? Before it becomes uncontrollable. Like what? Like the big paycheck? Are you going to wedding ceremony? Oh no. Wedding alone, you have wedded before? Did it make you make qaqa in your salah? No. But Yasir, are you contemplating wedding? Be careful of qaqa when you are making salah. Iyaka wal qaqa fi salah. Is that what you are contemplating? No. Once it is qaqa, sawan amidan. Are we okay with this law? No. That's the Shurullah. I would suggest that you control it, turn the qaqa to tabassum. You stop a while and regain yourself. Stop a while and regain yourself.
If it comes out, say for instance, someone does something, it comes out,
For dhahiru al-butlan. Salah is nullified.
So you stop in the middle of your slide?
Yes.
You don't continue and proceed and finish and then pray again? Stop in the middle?
Yes. Your salah is nullified, go back and start again.
So it's like,
Yes. At that moment. Now, so be careful of what? Laughing. So, what do we do? When you come to make salah, there's a process that will help you to overcome all that. That process is continued in our next segment. Go on, brother. إِلَّا غَافِلٌ مُتَرَائِبٌ. What does it mean? Ghafilun. You said heedless. I like it. Any more synonym? He said heedless. Our dictionary. He said heedless. You go with him. Heedless. Any more synonyms? Oblivious. Oblivious. I will not take oblivious. I will accept it. Or oblivious to what? If you bring a good object, I'll take it. Oblivious to what? Then I will make it apathetic. Careless. So you. You very good. So mutalib is also what? Player. Playing. You said player?
Yeah, player. It's player, right?
Yeah, playing what? Playing with his what? You are all right. May Allah increase us in faith, inshallah. Continue. Stop there. Has any translator? والمؤمن إذا قام للصلاة It's all understandable. We all understand it, mashallah.
Except for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he leaves the dunya, this life, and everything that's in it.
That's fine. Very good. Wataraka dunya. That's very good. You are doing well. Next one.
حتى يخبر بقلبه جلال الله سبحانه
hatta yuhdura. Yuhdura here, what verb is it? Ahdara. Ahdara, yuhdiru, ihdar. Very good. Now, yuhdiru, but he said hatta. Read the biqalbihi will be what? With his heart. He will bring with his heart what? What is he bringing? Jalala, right? Why Jalala, not Jalal? Yudiru, rather. Yudiru. Yudiru. So it is causative, right? So Jalala becomes what? That object. And how very good. You are doing well. حتى نعم حتى يهدى بقلب جلال الله سبحانه. What is سبحانه? سبحانه His glory, my majesty, mashallah. Go on. طيب. فهذه So what the description right now of believers who fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is how they make salah. You come to make salah, you have to make salah in this manner. Then you are true taqi. You fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, listen carefully. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is said that there's a hadith in which Abi Matruf, he has said that رأيت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم هو في الصلاة رأيته هو في الصلاة. He was making salah. وفي صدره عزيز كعزيز المرجل من البكاء. الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, I saw him رأيته يصلي ورأيته هو في صلاة وهو يصلي وفي صدره عزيز كعزيز المرجل من البكاء. He's in his chest. The wheezing was wheezing out of what? Out of cry. What does it mean? So you see a lot of aima, a lot of brothers, now they make salah, they what? They cry. They cry. It's not intentional though. It is a sign of tuqa, taqwa. This is how believers, people who are sign of taqwa, piety. Now it happens. It happens to the Rasul. And then there is also Abdullah bin Shaddad. He has said that سمعت نشيج أمراء ابن الخطاب هو في صلاة وكنت في آخر الصفوف يقرأ إنما أشكو بثي وحزني إلى الله. He said سمعت الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم عمر بن الخطاب, his salah also, he was trembling, the trembling or the tremor, or the what? The wheezing, or the noise, the tumult, the turbulence coming from him, and he was right fi akhir sufuf. He was right at the end at the tail end of the sufuf. But he could hear Umar of that when he was reciting what? What's in the Mashku Bethi Wahuzni Allah? You remember that story of Yusuf, right? When Nabiullah Yaqub alayhi salam, when he was separated from what? his dearest one, what? Son, by way of the machinations of his brothers. Separated for a long time. He felt the what? The grief and the sorrow of what? Losing for a very long time, not knowing where he was. So he complained to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Innama, indeed, ashku, I complain, Bessie, my grief, Wahuzni, or melancholy, melancholy, and then what? To whom? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, it's not like Riyah that somebody is making salah and then he's crying. Sometimes it is more than that. Sometimes he actually, his chest vibrates. It can happen. This is a type of salah that we want to what? Attain or cultivate. Can we do that? Don't try it showingly. Don't try it out of Riyah. Let us train ourselves to make our salah like that. So we come out of it very happy, satisfied that inshallah Allah may accept it. Now, because we come to make salah here, and there's no guarantee that our salah will be what? Accepted. Why? Because of what? Because of so many thoughts. We have been bombarded several thoughts. Now, we think of the most trivial things, what? In salah. This should not happen. And that may even lead someone to what? To start to laugh. Now, we started with first what? The prohibitions, things that we are supposed not to do, but we do them. Things that we are supposed to be doing, that should be concentrated on our salah. We bring the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in front of us and let us know that we are what? Yad al-Musalli, yuqal al-Musalli, yunaji rabbahu, wa huwa fi salah. In other words, anytime you are making salah, like you are making a phone call to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's the communication between Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why Rasulullah said that innama ju'ilat qurratu aini fi salah. He didn't say anything else. He didn't say anything at all. But anytime Rasulullah is making salah, you have to rest assured 100% that is what? The delight of his eye has been placed in salah. Nothing else pleases him, Rasulullah, than when he's making salah. And then you come here to make salah, and then you what? Indulge in what? In kahkaha. So there's no surprise that it should not happen at all. That is playful. It should not happen. May Allah make it. Let's go on. No, of course, we have said that if it is, you are making salah and you happen to smile a little bit, maybe Shaykh is making salah, and then, or Adam is making salah. Shaykh, you don't have a child. Adam has children. His youngest child is what? Sufyan. Ibrahim comes and then he makes ruku, and then Ibrahim tries to what? Comes to climb up on his back, and then you may like smile a little bit. It may happen. It does happen. Or you want to make sujood, and it comes to lie down right in front of you. Your sujood space. Sometimes some smile can come to your face. Maybe you are forgiving about that. No problem. Allah, inshallah, is merciful. This type of smile is not what? So you are not held accountable to them now. But don't intentionally look for it. If it comes to you, Allah is forgiving, inshallah. Now, go on. Yes, is it translation? It's forgiving. So as we have explained before, if you happen to cry in the salah, muqtafar, meaning ghufira lak, you are forgiven. No problem about that. It's assurance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are forgiven. Now, you don't have to worry about that. Now, here again, we come to the next segment. Here again, another issue. Maybe somebody is talking, and then you stop a while to listen to him. Somebody knocks on the door, he wants to talk to you. You stopped a while to listen. No problem. No problem. It doesn't matter. No. But not that you indulge in it, you took it to your heart, you begin to ponder over it. No, just listen while this is what's going to say. He said, and then you go on. It makes there's nothing wrong with it. Now. What? Or scenario, it can be that, it can be both. Somebody came talking, you stop a while. Somebody is giving warning, you stop a while to listen to the warning. Instruction, fire, that can be stop a while. So what's happening? Things like that now. But not that we enjoy it, but you listen. Just a while. What's going on? Just a little bit, slightly. What's going on? I agree with it. Explain it to them. You hear a commotion, you pause a little bit. So what's the deal? It's possible. Why? It's possible. No. But no. Oh no, you don't talk in Salah. It means we are talking in Salah.
He's making Salah and I'm talking to him. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, if someone else making Salah, can I deliver a message to them?
Big no. No. Yes, just small, like Adam said. It's possible a little while because there's commotion. But not go on to text messages. That is absolutely wrong. Now, let's continue. What is this segment? وَمَنْ قَامَ بِرَكَعَتَيْنِ قَبْلَ الْجُلُوسِ. For example, like what Salah? Give example, for example. In Zuhr time, you said. Okay.
He was supposed to sit down and eat the
He didn't sit down. So he left. He went up. So what happens? Listen, very careful. They look like each other. They look very similar. Now. That's fine. So, Adam, explain that one for us.
If he remembers before
Okay.
Detaches from the earth with his hands and his
Rukbati, two knees. Okay. Can you demonstrate that for us? So he's second.
He was about to go all the way up, and he did like this, and like, oh, no.
That's right. So
his hands and his knees didn't leave, but he was about to go.
That's right.
He returns to the Julus,
That's very good. He almost got up. He almost left the ground. He realizes. And then he gets back to his position of for what? Sujood. There's nothing wrong with him. But if that is not the case, what happens? Go on. MashaAllah. وإن فارق ماذا؟ الأرض. Very good. فارق الأرض. With both his hands, knees, meaning he was up. He said,
What if only his knees got up, but his hands were still there, and he was like, oh, shoot, yeah.
but he's up already.
No. But his hands didn't separate them. But his knees did separate them. Yeah. Or something.
You come back. It doesn't matter. Your hands are still.
Or maybe you get up like this and your hands left, but your knees didn't. Like,
You should come back. Doesn't matter.
both of them. So basically, both What's the point? What's the exact point? Both of them. The hand and the knee separate the earth.
There is too late. So he said what? Tamada. What is tamada? Continue. Go ahead. Walame yarji. He should not what? Come back. And what happens? What is the result of that? What? That's right. Because what? He has left what? The tashahud over there. Wonderful. Very good. You see how simple it is? MashaAllah. Don't complicate it for yourself. Continue. Good point. Yes. Ayubi, take this point. Because he's not supposed to what? Come back again. He should continue right until he finishes and he makes what? Sujood qabl. But he came back. Again. So he has to make some addition, right? So when he's done, he has to make what? Sujood. Very simple. Junaid, are we on the same page? Alhamdulillah. Continue. There you go. وَمَنْ نَفَخَ فِي صَلَاتِهِ سَاهِيًا. Hold on. What is nafakha? He said, what is nafakha? What is nafakha? يوم ينفخ في الصور. إذا نفخ. So نفخ ينفخ. To blow. أنفخ. نفخ ينفخ أنفخ. نعم. Blow. So نفخ ينفخ. So ومن نفخ في صلاته ساهيا. Anybody who what blows in the salah sahi accidentally is what? Do you know why? Junaid has brought the best example. People do that kind of your salah is gone. You see, so it happens that often. Say may Allah forgive us. That is wrong. It's not Faisal Salah. It happens to you. I'm glad you said that, but that should not happen. Now you see how common that is? Because you know what? Sometimes it brings with it what? Some what? Some words. Because you are not supposed to what? Utter any word in the Salah other than the Quran. This is even worse. So this is it. You don't blow in the Salah. If that happens, what? You make sujood after the Salah because you have added something to the Salah. Now, that's what?
So you have the imam who's the head. He doesn't blow. But the follower, they go, that's usually no problem. They don't have to do the sajda.
It minimizes Salah because normally the imam, is the sheep. But these individual things, you are deducted. Your reward is deducted. But the imam goes and this thing, you are just following the imam. You know what I'm saying? But you lose your mass. This mostly if you are making Salah alone. Fact. This under normal circumstances to anyone who's making the Salah. Yes? When we exhale. Oh, no. It's not breathing. We are talking about what? Blowing. Like, you see the examples they give? You see the examples they gave? Those are good. Those are the real examples. Make it again. Explain that again. There. And you but not exhale like that is not what is intended now. So let's go on. When Kana,
وإن كان عاملا بطلت صلاته.
there's a difference. There's a difference. But don't forget, this is happening when it is what? Unintentionally. But if you intentionally say it like you are saying, hey, but like you know, you say, that Salah is nullified. Here again, Allah is giving us some respite to correct our act, inshallah.
Is the intention because he's doing something against the salah? It's not like, let's say he has ills in his body, so he does that because he has ills in his body. So now,
That is why you say you have to make such a sajda about Islam, because it is unintentional.
so if the person has ills in his body, he may do that every salah. So every salah he makes,
So he thumbs up his knees.
because his knees hurt or his back hurts, or he has natural ills.
If that happens, it is forgiven. Because subsequently we come to know that وَأَنِينُ الْمَرِيضِ مُخْتَفَى أَيْضًا. The pains that we are saying of a sickness, like a pain, the anguish, it is what? Forgiving. That is different.
And if a fly lands on you,
هذا متلاعب. هذا غاف متلاعب. This is the real embodiment of what? Of mutalaib. How can flies not tell you? You are blowing.
so don't blow. Just go ahead.
No, you bring out something blowing. Nafakha. That is what's called nafakha. Are we okay now? Don't do that thing.
That's intentional, but this can also be intentional. This is okay.
Okay, let's go on. Bismillah.
ومن عطش في صلاته.
ما معنى ومن عطش؟ ومن عطس في صلاته.
فلا يشتغل
ما شمته. What are we saying? Good, very good. So when it happens like that, okay. So when it happens like that, you don't say Alhamdulillah. Don't say it. Don't say it. Huh? Don't say it. And you should also, if he happens to say Alhamdulillah, what should you do? Don't say it, Yarhamukallah. Don't say Yarhamukallah. Don't say nothing. Everybody must be silent. Salah. If you do, there are consequences. What are the consequences? Go on. Even if somebody says Salam, Alhamdulillah, Yarhamukallah, don't say Yahdikumullah wa yuslub alaykum. No, don't say it. Silent. Because it's all ignorance. You can't build ignorance upon ignorance. That is wrong. If it's wrong, are you going to be wrong too? No. So all chains are wrong. You don't do that in the Salah. Now, go on. That's right. You don't say anyone who says Yarhamkallah. You don't return to him. You say that Yuslullah, that kind of thing, Hadakallah, that kind of thing. You don't say all those things. You have to leave it alone because it is not the right time to say that. Once you are in Salah, all these things are forbidden. Now, go on. Now, however, Adam is a good man. He likes, he's used to say Alhamdulillah most of the time. So maybe he inadvertently says what? Alhamdulillah. So automatically he said it. Adam, there's nothing wrong on you. Alhamdulillah. That is okay. Now, out of the what? The compassion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is okay. But not to do it what? Intentionally. Now, go on. ومن تثاءب. Good. But what does it mean? That's right. If you what? You're on in Salah like this. Look, if the left hand like this. Can we see it like this? Like this. Others do this. It's okay, but this is the best thing to do. You have to cover your mouth in order not to blow what? Some germs, right? And what else? Adam, you are the medicine man. Other germs and other what? to the people's faces. You see, Islamically here, even it's a medical problem, it has solved it. Cover your mouth in order not to what? Blow what germs into people's faces. That is wrong. So you don't do that. No. If it is audible. It does. It goes back to what you have said before. Making noise. That's right. It is all coming. There's more to that, inshallah. I think we have to stop here to call that, huh? Yes. Junaid, go ahead.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
Shaykh, continue. You said that woman. No, if she said Alhamdulillah, it doesn't matter because sometimes this comes naturally or subconsciously. People say Alhamdulillah. It's very subconscious for anyone who's used to say Alhamdulillah afterwards, sneezing to say Alhamdulillah. If that happens, that is not I just say accident. It's not no problem. It's forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now continue. Stop there. What does it mean? Nafaf. It's taken from what? Nafaf. What is nafaf? Sometimes what happens is that you may have some phlegm. Phlegm. And then what? You want to spit it out, for example. What do you do? To a foe. To a foe. It's nasty, eh? That is why we are advising that people, Muslims normally, handkerchief, that is Islamic. Muslims really should have handkerchief when they are moving around. These days we have what? Tissues, right? I put tissues in your pocket. This is my tissue, right? Where's your tissue? So if that happens, I'll do it in my what? You say you detest doing it in your throat, right? But this is what you are. Mu'alif rahimahullah, he said you should do because you don't want to do it on the floor. No, you can't do that. So yes, normally it is for general people. If you don't have tissues to go today and you're on you, then you want to make your speech or something, go do it in your thought. That's okay. It does not nullify your salah. It does not take away the sanctity or the purity of your wudu, because it doesn't break wudu. It may be not, disgusting, but it is clean. Tahir. Tahir. So it does not nullify your what? Your tahara. So this is the directive of what? Anyone who is making salah and he has to what? Bring some flame. They have to put it what? In the top. What? Min ghairi ikhraj huruf. What does it mean? We are supposed not to what? Talk in the salah. That is one. So any movement, any voice that you bring out, that will bring out some words, that is what? Nullify. That will invalidate your salah also. Are we okay now? Anything. We said qahqaha is wrong. Did we say that? It's wrong. Because qahqaha has the propensity to what? To bring words. And the words in the Quran, in the salah, must only come from what? Allah or the Rasul. Either tasbih or takbir or qira'at al-Quran. These are words. Or words other than that will be what? Invalid. Now, so, بغير إخراج الحروف, you have to be careful then. At any point, not at any point, you have to bring what? Either you are blowing, then you blow out and you bring some huruf. Those are what? Prohibited. So we have to be careful. Now, it's an exception. Why? Because the dua themselves are numerous. And our Rasulullah has given us specific duas that we make. Now, so we have two major opinions. Others say that let us limit ourselves to what? To the duas made by our Rasulullah. To stop there. Especially when you are making Salat al-Fard. But here again, it has been reported that Rasulullah, especially in his tahajjud is fard or not? No, it's sunnah. And in some of his, or most of his sujuds, what does he do? What is he reciting then? Lengthy sujood. Where's a lot of dua? Do you believe that those duas are confined only to the ones that have been reported in the sujood in fard? So this opinion also goes to the fact that like you can make a lot of sujood a lot of dua as you can in what? In sujood, right? So there's a hadith that أقرب ما يكون عبد من ربه وهو فأكثروا فيه dua, make a lot of dua. Do you think when Rasul saying فأكثروا فيه dua, that dua will be confined only to the ones that have been indicated when you're making salah fard in your dua? What do you say and how many times do you say in your sujood when you are making dua? How many times? 3 times. So 3 times hello. Why are you smiling? 3 times hello? That is not realistic. You say more than 3 times. Anytime you are making salah, and you are in your sujood. Is that answering your question? You make a lot. So, this question was asked also to Shaykh Al-Ban, rahimahullah. It's one of the best exponents of hadith in our contemporary times. So all these hadiths of du'adiyah that we get to say in sujood, are they only confined to this? Okay. When you are saying in sujood, what do you see? You said Subhana Rabbil A'la wa bihamdi. Do you make any additions? Do you make any additions? Sometimes, what are some of the additions? Yasir? When you in sujood, you make dua in sujood. What do you say in your sujood? Is it different from what he said? What did he say? What did you say? And you are saying what? So what are you doing? Making dua. You are making addition to that. So it is not just not one form alone. Right? So we Subun produce and continue. A lot, several dua, right? A lot of them. Now. So all these set of duas, Sheikh Albani is saying that now we get to limit ourselves to that. No, and also he went on to say that, but Al-Khattabi said you can do more than that. So more than that may be the opinion that most of people are on it right now, because we see people in their sujood, they make more sujood other than what, or in addition to that has been what, or stipulated by Rasulullah in his judo, that is an fard. And you cannot say that Rasulullah in his lengthy sujood at the year that he makes in tahajjud, he only says these 4 or 5 du'as. That takes about almost 2 or 3 minutes in just sujood. You say that he's repeating all this Subhana Rabbiyal A'la wa bihamdi, or more than that. So, in sujood, especially when you are by yourself and you are not the imam, you can make as much sujood, as much dua as you are able. So those dua are what? In conformity with the sunnah, the spirit of the sunnah of Rasulullah, then you shall be okay. And that is opinion, and that cannot be nullified. But when you are with the imam and you are making salah, you are doing the salah, do you think you can make lengthy sujood? No. So you see people, when they are making salah, alhamdulillah, they spend some time, protracted time, relatively, in their sujood. That is fine. But they cannot do the same thing when they are the imams of what? Of the people, because you have to consider what? The situations of those that you are leading in salah. Now, so yes, back to your question. Yes, Rasul has said that أقرب ما يكون عبد من ربه وهو ساجد فاكثروا فيه dua. You should make what? A lot of dua when you are making sujood. Alhamdulillah, because that's the best place that you are nearest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by way of His mercy. Now, Shaykh Islam Ibn Taymiyyah Aidan, rahimahullah, you know Ibn Taymiyyah Aidan is one of the best fuqaha in our modern times. He has said that, no, he said people do what you are saying. They choose the last sujood to make it lengthy. He said, no, that is not right. He said that the sujood, the length must be the same. Why do you choose the last sujood to make it lengthy and the other sujoods not to be lengthy? What is the delil? I'm asking you. Anything you can happen? That's fine. We don't know the delil. So why don't you just make sujood at the same time, giving the same balanced time to all of it? That is the opinion that we go with, inshallah. But when you're by yourself, now things change. Now you can make, because Rasul, when he was making his tahajjud, he saw that he made a lengthy sujood, and then when he came back, the second sujood, he make it what? Longer than what? Meaning they are not the same. So there's a difference when you come to make salah, difference between what? Jama'ah and salah to Jama'ah, salat al-ma'mum, and the salat al-fardh when you are by yourself. That is entirely different. You can pour out all the yearnings of your soul, pour out all the supplications from the innermost recesses of your being, put everything all in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can make it, or you can call it irrevocable dua, supplication to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Maybe that is your final dua. So bring out all that you have. This is when you are by yourself. You can only be by yourself when you are making what? Sunnah and not fard. Because fard, you are not supposed to make fard except in the what? In the masjid. If you make your salah not in the masjid, then something's wrong. Something is amiss and it has to be rectified. Right? One more reading and then we go. One more reading and we go. ومن شك في حدث ومن شك في حدث أو النجاسة ثم تيقن. What does it mean? Then it's fine, inshallah. Then it's fine. He should not allow himself to be overcome by dan tilka alwaswasa nena waswasa tamne mina shaitan. So inshallah, you continue. You just may go ahead. You are very sure and confident that this afro is not najasa. Go ahead. It's just a whisperings of the shaitan. Leave shaitan alone, and then continue with your prayer. May Allah make his own affairs, inshallah. We shall continue next week. Subhanaka wa bihamdika. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Salamun alal mursalin. Walhamdulillahi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. لقد كفر الذين قالوا إن الله ثالث ثلاثة وما من إله إلا إله واحد وإن لم ينتهوا عما يقولون ليمسن الذين كفروا منهم عذاب أليم. أفلا يتوبون إلى الله ويستغفرونه والله غفور رحيم. ما المسيح ابن مريم إلا رسول قد خلت من قبله الرسل وأمه صديقة كانا يأكلان الطعام انظر كيف نبين لهم الآيات ثم انظر أنى يؤفكون. الله سمع الله لمن حمده. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إن ربكم الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يغشي الليل النهار يطلبه حثيثا والشمس والقمر والنجوم ومسخرات بأمره ألا له الخلق والأمر تبارك الله رب العالمين ادعوا ربكم تضرعا وخفية إنه لا يحب المعتدين ولا تفسدوا في الأرض بعد إصلاحها وادعوه خوفا وطمعا إن رحمة الله قريب من المحسنين الله سمع الله